How much should you risk per trade when trading for a prop firm? So today I will go over how much I risk per trade when trading, let's say FTMO or some other prop firm. I will go over two types of accounts. The first one is going to be the classic FTMO two-step challenge account. The second one is the one-step challenge account with a larger time limit. So for me personally, I will share a bit about my strategy that I use. I make around 2 trades per week. I have some months I am in the green, some months I am in the red. But when looking at my results over a quarter or over 6 months, I am in the green and I do make some nice profits. So yeah, some months I will be able to pass the challenge, some months I will actually fail the challenge, because that is just how trading works. You can't be in the green each month. It is just very hard and you need to be prepared for those negative months. So yeah, that is just the realities. Some months you will pass, some months you will fail. It all depends on how the probabilities play out. For me, I make around 2 trades per week, and some weeks, some months even, I have 0 trades. Because the markets are quiet, the markets are range bound, I'm trading the trend and I'm waiting for that trend. So the Forex market can be really sleepy. There can be periods of no trades for 1 month, even 2 months, or maybe even more. That is why it's important to just keep taking the challenges and wait for those nice profitable months. I also trade only on the 1-hour chart, so setups are a bit rare. They do happen, but they don't happen very often. Now this can be a bit of an issue when trading FTMO, where there is a 30-day time limit, but then again, some months you will pass, some months you will fail. At the end it doesn't matter, because once you get your account you can trade it consistently and you can definitely make some nice profits. So how much do I risk per trade? Well, let's take FTMO. There is actually 4 steps. There is the challenge, there is the verification, there is the reference period, and then there is the live trading period. For the challenge, I'm risking 1%. I have 30 days. I want to get to the profit target as soon as possible. If I hit the max loss, I hit the max loss. It's just that sort of a month. But I do want to get to that profit target in those 30 days. So that's why I want to be risking 1% per each trade. Once I do pass the challenge, I move on to the verification. I keep the risk at 1%. Again, you have 60 days for the verification, but I still want to get to it as soon as possible. If I hit the max loss, if I hit the 10 losses, then that's just the game, that's just the probabilities. But I do want to be risking that 1% to get to that 5% profit target as soon as possible. After finishing the verification, you have the reference period. For the reference period, you need to make a profit. It doesn't matter when you make that profit, but you need to make that profit to get the feedback and to start trading live. So after you finish the reference period, then you move on to live trading. For the reference period and for the live trading period, I lower my risk to 0.5%. I would even recommend lowering it down to 0.25% just to be safe. At that point, there is no longer a time limit, so I would definitely recommend lowering your risk to get at least 20 or even 40 losses until you blow the account. So definitely switch to 0.5 or 0.25%. I personally switched to 0.5% to give myself that 20 losses before I blow the account. And again, there is no time pressure, there is no time limit, there is no rush. Just keep it consistent and just wait for those trends to arrive, and those profits will definitely come. So yeah, it is really important to lower your risk after you get that final account and after the time limit is removed. Now I will go over the second type of account. That is, let's say the time limit is 365 days. There is just a 1-stage challenge. You need to make 10% and you can go maximum 5% in drawdown. So for that one, I'm risking 0.5% from the start. In this case, I can then go 10 losses in drawdown, but I need to make 20% overall. So you need to make more percentage, but you have more leeway on the downside. So in that case, I can go more into drawdown, but again, the profit target is bigger. I would even recommend, if you have 365 days, lowering your risk to 0.25%. Again, I'm doing 0.5, but I would recommend even lowering it down to 0.25. The time limit is really big, it's 1 year, and making 40%, which if you're risking 0.25. So if you're risking 0.25, you now need to make 40% to hit that profit target. Again, it's just the simple mathematics. If your profit target is 10% with 1% risk, then if you're risking 4 times less, you need to make 4 times more, which is 40%. 40% in a year is definitely doable if you're a Forex trader. it can definitely be done even by beginners. So to sum up, for FTMO, challenge and verification, I'm doing 1% risk. I want to get it done as soon as possible. Once the time limit is removed, I'm lowering it down to 0.5. And for the 1 year, 1 stage challenge funding, I'm starting with 0.5% risk. Once I pass, I am also keeping it at 0.5 or maybe even switching to lower to 0.25. For my live account, I'm risking anywhere between 1% and 0.5%. I strive more to risk 1% because it's my personal. There is no maximum drawdown. I can make 100 losses before I lose it. So risking 1% is definitely okay with your personal account. Those are my risk recommendations. Again, you need to tailor your risk parameters according to your strategy. As I said, I trade only on the 1 hour chart. I make around 2 trades per week. Some months I'm in the green, some months I'm in the red. But when you look at the large sample size, let's say 3 months, 6 months, even a year, I make some really nice profits. So for me personally, these risk parameters work. If you're making, let's say 10 trades per week, again, do lower your risk. Then you can easily blow the challenge if you're risking 1% per trade. So I would definitely recommend the more trades you make, the less risk you should take on each trade. Again, tailor it to your personal trading style, but just keep in mind that time limit is really small. It's only 30 days. So if you do fail, it's no big deal. Those are just the probabilities playing out, and just keep on trading. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, took some value. Do check out my channel where I post daily trade recaps and forecasts. I also have some very interesting educational content. Do subscribe, do like this video if you learned something new, and I will see you guys in the next one.